Vandeham Shri Guru Shiyata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Sya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raganatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishakam Vidam Sya Om Jnana Timaranda Sya Gyanajana Shalakaya Chakshuram Nulitam Yena Tasma Shri Gurave Namah Gurva Bhistam Supurakam Garaganara Sesha Sambhushicham Chintya Chintya Samasta Veda Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanagam Govinda Vidam Udshwalam Bharatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Mande Vishwagurun Shah Divyad Bhagavat Prem Noi Bija Pradam Devam Divyad Tanum Suchandabaranam Balarka Chelan Shitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyam Buddhim Shri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Bande Tam Shubharam Madeka Sharanam Nyashishvara Shidaram Vanshakopatarubyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Vaja Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahabaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is Antya-lila, chapter 15, the transcendental madness of Lord Chaitanya. And this is describing Mahaprabhu's divine vision during his final 12 years in Jagannath Puri. Start with verse number 56. Koti manmata mohan murali badan apara sundarya hare jagannetraman. Standing there with his flute to his lips, Krishna, who enchants millions upon millions of cupids, attracted the eyes and minds of all the world with his unlimited beauty. So this is what Mahaprabhu is seeing. Krishna standing there with his flute to his lips, very beautiful and enchanting. Sundarya dekhiya bhume bhare morcha phaya Henakale Swarup Hare Milila Asya. When Mahaprabhu saw the transcendental beauty of Krishna, he fell down on the ground unconscious. At that time, all the devotees, headed by Swarup Damodar Goswami, joined him in the garden. Purvavat Sarvange Satvika Bhavasakao Antare Ananda Ashwara Bahire Bhimo. Just as before, they saw all the symptoms of transcendental ecstatic love manifested in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Although externally he appeared bewildered, he was tasting transcendental bliss within. Purvavat Sabimili Koraila Chaitan Utiya Chodika Prabhu Koranadarshan. Once again, all the devotees brought Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu back to consciousness by a concerted effort. Then the Lord got up and began wandering here and there, looking all around. Kahangela Krishna Ekani Painudarshan Tahara Sondarya Mora Horila Netraman. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "Where has my Krishna gone? I saw him just now, and his beauty has captivated my eyes and mind. Punakene na dekiye morali badan Taharadarshana lobe brahmaya nayan." Why can't I again see Krishna holding his flute to his lips? My eyes are wandering in hopes of seeing him once more. Vishakare Radha Jaiche Shloka Kohila Se Shloka Mahaprabhu Parite Lagila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then recited the following verse, which was spoken by Srimati Radharani to her dear friend Vishaka. Davambuddha lasa dutir navatadin manogyambara suchitra morali surats Charadamanda Chandranana Mayura Dala Bhushita Subhaga Tarahara Prabha Same Marana Mohana Shaki Tanoti Netraspriyam. My dear friend, the luster of Krishna's body is more brilliant than that of a newly formed cloud, and his yellow dress is more attractive than newly arrived lightning. A peacock feather decorates his head, and on his neck hangs a lovely necklace of brilliant pearls. As he holds his charming flute to his lips, his face looks as beautiful as the full autumn moon. By such beauty, Madan Mohan, the enchanter of Cupid, is increasing the desire of my eyes to see him. Navagana Snigdhabarna Lalitanjana Chikana Indivara Nindi Sukama Jeniupa Managan Hare Sabara Netraman Krishna Kanti Parama Prabha. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued, Sri Krishna's complexion is as polished as powdered eye ointment. It surpasses the beauty of a newly formed cloud and is softer than a blue lotus flower. Indeed, his complexion is so pleasing that it attracts the eyes and minds of everyone, and it is so powerful that it defies all comparison. Kahan Saki Ekoriyupai Krishnadbhuta Balahaka Moranetra Chataka Nadeki Piyase Morijai. My dear friend, please tell me what I should do. Krishna is as attractive as a wonderful cloud, and my eyes are just like chatak birds, which are dying of thirst because they do not see such a cloud. Shodamini Pitambar Stira Nahi Nirandar Muktahara Bhakkapanti Balo Indradanu Shaki Paka Upare Diachedeka Haradanu Vaijayanti Mala. Krishna's yellow garments look exactly like restless lightning in the sky, and the pearl necklace on his neck appears like a line of ducks flying below a cloud. Both the peacock feather on his head and his Vaijayanti garland, containing flowers of 5 colors, resemble rainbows. Muralira Kaladwani Madhura Garjana Shuni Vrindabani Nache Mayura Chai Akalanka Purnakala Lavanya Jochna Jalamala Chitrachandra Tahate Udai. The luster of Krishna's body is as beautiful as the glow of a spotless full moon that has just arisen. And the vibration of his flute sounds exactly like the sweet thundering of a newly formed cloud. When the peacocks in Vrindaban hear that vibration, they all begin to dance. The luster of Krishna's body is as beautiful as the glow of a spotless full moon that has just risen, and the vibration of his flute sounds exactly like the sweet thundering of a newly formed cloud. When the peacocks in Vrindaban hear that vibration, they all begin to dance. Lilamrita varishane shinche choda bhuvane henamega jabedeka dila dordaiva janja pavane Meganila Anyastane Marichatak Pitena Paila. The cloud of Krishna's pastimes is drenching the 14 worlds with a shower of nectar. Unfortunately, when that cloud appeared, a whirlwind arose and blew it away from me. Being unable to see the cloud, the chatak bird of my eyes is almost dead from thirst. So the chatak bird will only drink water that's falling from a cloud. It won't drink water on the earth. It only drink water which is falling from the clouds. So the cloud of Krishna's pastimes is drenching the 14 worlds with a shower of nectar. Unfortunately, when the cloud appeared, a whirlwind arose and blew it away from me. Being unable to see the cloud, the chatak bird of my eyes is almost dead from thirst. Punako he hai hai para para ramarai kahe prabhu gadgada akyane Ramananda pade shloka shune prakura harsha shoka shune prabhura harsha shoka apane prabhu korana vyakyane. And in a faltering voice, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again said, "Alas, go on reciting Rama Roy." Thus Ramananda Roy began to recite a verse. While listening to this verse, the Lord was sometimes very jubilant and sometimes overcome by lamentation. Afterwards, the Lord personally explained the verse. Vikshala kavrita mukam tava kundala shri gandha staladara sudam hasitavalokam databayam cha bhujadanda yugam vilokya vaksha shriyaika ramanam cha bhavamadasya. Dear Krishna, by seeing your beautiful face decorated with tresses of hair, by seeing the beauty of your earrings falling on your cheeks, and by seeing the nectar of your lips, the beauty of your smiling glances, your two arms, which assure complete fearlessness, and your broad chest, whose beauty arouses conjugal attraction, we have simply surrendered ourselves to becoming your maidservants. Krishna Jini Padmachanda Pati Jache Mukhabhanda Tate Adara Madhusmita Char Brajanari Ashi Fande Padi Hoidashi Charila Japati Garadwar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, after conquering the moon and the lotus flower, Krishna wished to capture the doe-like gopis. Thus he spread the noose of his beautiful face, and within that noose he placed the bait of his sweet smile to misguide the gopis. The gopis fell prey to that trap and became Krishna's maidservants, giving up their homes, families, husbands, and prestige.
Is your mic turned on?
No.
Okay.
Bandava Krishna Kori Vyadera Achar Nahimane Dharma Dharma Harim Nari Mrigi Marma Kore Nana Upai Tahar. My dear friend, Krishna acts just like a hunter. This hunter does not care for piety or impiety. He simply creates many devices to conquer the cores of the hearts of the doe-like gopis. So the illusion is to hunting for female deer, does. So, my dear friend, Krishna acts just like a hunter. This hunter does not care for piety or impiety. He simply creates many devices to conquer the cores of the hearts of the doe-like gopis. Gandhastala jalama nachi makara kunda senritye hare narichai sasmita kadakshabane tasabara ridayahane narebade nahikachubai. The earrings dancing on Krishna's cheeks are shaped like sharks and they shine very brightly. These dancing earrings attract the minds of all women. Over and above this, Krishna pierces the hearts of women with the arrows of his sweetly smiling glances. He is not at all afraid to kill women in this way. Ati Ucha Suvistara Lakmi Srivatsa Lankara Krishnara Jay Dakatiya Baka, Brajadevi Laka Laka, Tasabar Manabaka, Haridashi Koribare Daka. On Krishna's chest are the ornaments of the Srivat's marks, indicating the residence of the goddess of fortune. His chest, which is as broad as a plunderer's, attracts thousands upon thousands of damsels of Braja, conquering their minds and breasts by force. Thus they all become maidservants of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So, thus they all become Krishna's maidservants. Sulalita, Dirgagala, Krishnera, Bhuja Jugala, Bhuja Nahi, Krishna Sarpakai, Duishaila, Chidre Paishe, Narira, Hridaya Damshe, Marenari, Sebisha Jwalai. The two very beautiful arms of Krishna are just like long bolts. They also resemble the bodies of black snakes that enter the space between the two hill-like breasts of women and bite their hearts. The women then die from the burning poison. In other words, the gopis become very much agitated by lusty desire. They are burning due to the poisonous bite inflicted by the black snakes of Krishna's beautiful arms. Krishna Kara Parata, Koti Chandra Shushita, Jini Karpura Bhena, Mula Chandan, Egbara Jara Sparshe, Smara Jwala, Bisha Nashe, Jara Sparshe, Lubda Nariman. The combined cooling effect of camphor, roots of kushkush, and sandalwood is surpassed by the coolness of Krishna's palms and the soles of his feet, which are cooler and more pleasing than millions upon millions of moons. If women are touched by them even once, their minds are enticed, and the burning poison of lusty desire for Krishna is immediately vanquished. Iteka vilapa kori prima beshe gorahari, e arte pari ek shlok, se shloka parirara, vishakare, kahebara, ugadiya, hridayana shok. Lamenting an ecstatic love, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then recited the following verse, which was spoken by Srimati Radharani while exposing the lamentation of her heart to her friend Srimati Vishaka. Harinmane Kavatika Pratala Hare Bhakshastala Smarata Taruni Mana Kalusha Hari Dor Argala Shuramshu Hari Chadanot Pala Shita Bra Shitangaka Same Madana Mohana Sakitanoti Vakshaspriyam. My dear friend, Krishna's chest is as broad and attractive as a door made of Antya-lila gems, and his two arms, as strong as bolts, can relieve the mental anguish of young girls distressed by lusty desires for him. His body is cooler than the moon, sandalwood, the lotus flower, and camphor. In this way, Madan Mohan, the attractor of Cupid, is increasing the desire of my breasts. Prabhu Kohe Krishnamui Ekana E Painu Apanara Durdaive Puna Harainu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said, I just now had Krishna, but unfortunately I have lost him again. Chanchala Swabhava Krishna Narai Ekstane Dekadiya Manahari Kore Antardane. By nature, Krishna is very restless. He does not stay in one place. He meets with someone, enchants that person's mind, and then disappears. Tasam tat sobhaga madam vikshamanam shakeshava prashamaya rasadaya tatraivan taradiyata. The gopis became proud of their great fortune to subdue their sense of superiority and show them special favor. Keshava, the subduer of even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, disappeared from the rasa dance. The gopis became proud of their great fortune to subdue their sense of superiority and show them special favor. Keshava, the subduer of even Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, disappeared from the rasa dance. Swarup Gosaire Kohen Gao Ek Gita Jate Amar Ridoyera Hoyeta Sambit. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu then said to Swarup Damodar Goswami, please sing a song that will bring consciousness to my heart. Swarup Gosai Tabe Madhura Koriya Gita Govindara Para Gaya Prabhure Shunaya. Thus, for the pleasure of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Swarup Damodar began very sweetly singing the following verse from the Gita Govinda. Rase harim iha bihita vilasam smarati manom mama krita parihasam. Here in the arena of the rasa dance, I remember Krishna, who is always fond of joking and performing pastimes. Swarup Gosai Jabe e Paras Gahila Ute Prema Veshe Prabhu Nachite Lagila. When Swarup Damodar Goswami sang this special song, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu immediately got up and began to dance in ecstatic love. Ashta Sattvika Bhava Ange Prakalahoila Harshadi Bhyabichari Sabha Antya-lila. At that time, all 8 kinds of spiritual transformations became manifest in Lord Chaitanya's body. The 33 symptoms of Vyabhichari Bhava, beginning with lamentation and jubilation, became prominent as well. Bhavodoya, Bhavasandi, Bhavas Subhaya, Bhave Bhave Mahajude Sabara Prabhaya. All the ecstatic symptoms such as Bhavodoy, Bhavasandi, and Bhavasabhaya awakened in the body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. A great fight arose between one emotion and another, and each of them became prominent. Se para puna puna karaye gayan, puna puna ashvadaye koranarnartan. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had Swarup Damodar sing the same verse again and again. Each time he sang it, the Lord tasted it anew, and thus he danced again and again. E mata nritya jadi hoila bahukan, Swarup Gosai para koila samarpan. After the Lord had been dancing for a long time, Swarup Damodar stopped singing the verse. Bol bol bole Prabhu kohena bar bar, Nagaya Swarup Gosai shrama dekitara. Over and over again, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, go on, sing, sing. But Swarup Damodar, seeing the Lord's fatigue, did not resume singing. Bol bol Prabhu bolen bhakta gana shuni, chodi kete sabe meli kore haridwani. When the devotees heard Mahaprabhu say, go on singing, they all gathered around him and began to chant the holy name of Hari in unison. Ramananda Rai Tabe Prabhure Basaila Vijanadi Kore Prabhu Shrama Guchaila. At that time, Ramananda Roy made the Lord sit down and dissipated his fatigue by fanning him. Prabhure Loya Gela Sabe Samudrera Tire Snana Koranya Puna Tare Loya Ailagare. Then all the devotees took Mahaprabhu to the beach and bathed him. Finally, they brought him back home. Bojana Karaya Prabhure Karaila Shayan Ramananda Adi Sabe Gela Nijastan. After they fed him lunch, they made him lie down. Then all the devotees, headed by Ramananda Roy, returned to their respective homes. Eta Kohilun Prabhura Ujjana Bihar Vrindavana Brahme Jahan Praveshatahar. Thus I have described Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastime in the garden which he entered, mistaking it for Vrindaban. Pralapa Sahite Unmara Varnan Sri Rupa Gosai Iha Koriyachan Varnan. There he exhibited transcendental madness and ecstatic ravings, which Sri Rupa Goswami has described very nicely in his Stavamala as follows. Payorashes Tira Svurad Upavanali Kalanaya Mulhur Brindaranya Smarana Janita Prema Vivasha Kvachit Krishna Vritti Prachala Rasano Bhakti Rasika Sa Chaitanya Kim Me Punar Api Drishur Yashati Param. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the topmost of all devotees. Sometimes while walking on the beach, he would see a beautiful garden nearby and mistake it for the forest of Vrindaban. Thus he would be completely overwhelmed by ecstatic love of Krishna and begin to chant the holy name and dance. His tongue worked incessantly as he chanted, Krishna, Krishna, will you again become visible before the path of my eyes? Ananta Chaitanya-lila na jai ligan, din matra dekaya taha koraye shuchan. The pastimes of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu are unlimited. It is not possible to write of them properly. I can only give an indication of them as I tried to introduce them. Shri Rupa Raghunath Parijara As Chaitanya Charitamrita Kohe Krishnadas. Praying at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath, always desiring their mercy, I, Krishnadas, narrate Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, following in their footsteps. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports to Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Antya-lila, 15th chapter, describing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes in the garden by the sea. Okay. Hariharaya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Hariharaya Nama Krishna Jadavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Jadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Janardan Shiva Sari Gora Bhakta Vrinda Janardan Shiva Sari Gora Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghuna Jai Rupa Sanatan Bhakta Raghuna Sri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghuna Sri Jiva Gopala Bhakta Dasa Raghuna Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jaoite Vignana Shamista Puram Jaoite Vignana Shamista Puram Echai Gosai Jar Mui Taradas Echai Gosai Jar Mui Taradas Sasabara Para Renu Mora Panchagra Sasabara Para Renu Mora Panchagra Adher Sharana Sevi Bhakta Bas Kadir Charana Sevi Bhakta Bas Janame More Ambilas Janame More Ambilas Nechai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas. Nechai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas. Radha Krishna Antya-lila Korila Prakash. Radha Krishna Antya-lila Korila Prakash. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindaban. Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindaban. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Manjai Aman. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Manjai Aman. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas. Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamuras. Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamuras. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas. Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas. Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamuras. Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamuras. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jai Saparikara Shri Shri Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhara Jiu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sadasi Srimad Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sadasi Srimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Paravajakacharya Ashtatara Sadasi Srimad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishordas Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur ki jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj ki jai. Rupanuga Guru Bharga ki jai. Namachari Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhakta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhadadash Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Premsi Gaur Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Srila Vrindaban Das Thakur ki jai. Sri Chaitanya Bhagwat ki jai. Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu ki jai. Vishvavarenya Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai. Shri Nabadi Dham ki jai. Shri Dham Mayapur ki jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai. Saparshada Shriman Mahaprabhu ki jai. Shri Koladvip ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki jai. Soquel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram ki jai. Ganga Devi ki jai. Tulasi Maharani ki jai. Bhakti Devi ki jai. Shri Vrindaban Dham ki jai. Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan. Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo ki jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai. All the assembled devotees ki jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.